Hi, everybody. I'm Sandra Younger. Happy Thursday. Could you believe it's October? I mean, it's Christmas is just around the corner. I am in disbelief. I was like looking at the show plan and I looked at the month and I just like couldn't believe it's October already. This year has gone by so fast. Anyway, today's project is going to be this pearl and sparkle bracelet. The beads, which are these beryl, the goldstone, they're so sparkly. And I remember a while back, I had a necklace that had like it was a sterling silver pearl and this a goldstone bead. I mean, it was real petite, but I always thought, you know what, those colors look so good together. And being that these pearls were really, I mean, the beads were really large hole, I really couldn't find a stringing material that was supple enough to get the look that I want. So I decided to experiment with alternative stringing materials. And the one that I found that I really liked was bamboo, because it has the feel and the body of silk without the expense. Because if I were to make this with silk, it would have like cost more than making it with literally sterling silver. I kid you not. Because I bought some silk a couple of months ago, and it was so expensive, especially like the thicker one. So I'm going to show you like an alternative stringy material with these really awesome beads. And the what I was going to like say something else about it. Oh yeah, and plus, when you're using alternative stringing materials, I kid you not, it does give your piece a different look. I was really astounded when I made this. I wasn't expecting it to work out, but after I finished it, I was pleased, and I thought, you know what, I think you guys will love it as well. If you're new here, you can ask questions and leave comments down below. And also, if any of the products that I mentioned during the like when I explained like the products that are available on today's show, you could actually click on them and get a more in-depth description. Anyway, so here are the products that are on today's show. Okay, first we have the Family and Love a Large Hole Bail. And these are, you get a bunch of them, and the holes on these are really big. And I think did I use them on, oh yeah, I used them on something, but for next week's project. So you can use them like on this week's project if you want to add like a pendant to the necklace we're making. Or, I mean, there's so many different ways you can go about making the jewelry that I make. And anyway, you get 3 different styles, and one of them says love. The heart in the middle has like the little hearts and like kind of like spread around, and then the other ones have like stacked hearts. And they're all forward-facing bails, so which is good because well, I guess a sideways face. There's nothing wrong with that. What I meant to say is that they're soldered closed. That's what's good about them. And you get 180. So and they're only $23.49, and they are so low in stock. There are only, there's my notes here. There are only 10. So if you want them, get them, because I'm sure they'll be gone by the end of the show. Ooh, and here is the bead of the hour, the Goldstone large hole, and it's interesting because these beads, when I first started working with them, on the strand, they were just so big. I thought, you know what? Look at my, if you look at the my wrist here, they're just way too big for like a bracelet. But they do. Let's see. You could. Wait. Let's see. Board. Where show products right there. So, and I thought I tried making a short necklace, and they were still too big. And I thought that, and it did work out. I thought using a really chunky cord would like make them like really like not look so big, just work out. And it did. So this is and these are exactly what I'm using. This is an 8-inch strand. They're 10 by 14. So they're big, 14 millimeters. And the hole was at about, a little, like at about 3 millimeters. So, these, and they're so sparkly and pretty. I was just like astounded that I came across these on the show. They're really pretty. So this is the Goldstone large hole, and they're $27.99. And then the next we have the earth tone jasper, and I am going to. I mean, even though let me backtrack here for a second. I had used all the beads that I wanted to do the project with for this necklace, but the other beads, these are going to work out as well. And so this is the one I'm going to be doing the demo with, which is a good, because there's a couple of really interesting things that I want to talk about, like design wise. So this is the these beads. This is the earth tone jasper 10 millimeter round bead, and this one is a 15 to 16. What do I have on my finger? 15 to 16 inch length of beads here, as you can see, and they're really pretty. Look how, like, when you put them on black cord, they just pop. I mean, this is like a really the contrast is just so nice. It kind of reminds me of like planets. And let's see, our next up product is the large hole pearls, which I used on the necklace as well. I used those on the back. I don't know if any of you saw my Instagram post or the email that I sent out, but I used these large hole pearls like on the back part of the necklace. And when I do the show, when I show you how to make the necklace, I'm gonna like show you something like cool and interesting that I did with these, because I just thought, they're pretty. The holes are like big enough to go through a number of strands of yarn that we're going to be using today, the bamboo, and they're just like, I really liked them. What I liked about them is they all have like different textures. Some of them are more round, some of them have like little stripes, and there was actually one of them that had like a little hole where the cord kind of like peeked out. Oh, there it is. You could see it like on the top there, where my index finger is. It just looked really cute. I just thought, you know what, that just gives like a little, when I strung it on the string, it just, it kind of like popped out. And our next product is this cord knotting and design tool that I invented. Okay, this is a workhorse. We're going to do some really interesting things today. I mean, not the whole like multi-strand and all that, but I'm going to show you like some really cool things that you can make. You're probably wondering like, what is that? This is really cool. We're going to be hopefully making a tassel because I decided to put a tassel on the end of the necklace, and just overall just show you how handy this board is. And you get this hardware, and the neat thing is you can reconfigure it. Like, I mean, it's almost like, I mean, once you learn to use it, like when you drive a car, you just know what to do. I mean, you just boom, 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 boom. You want to do this? It's just like super fast and easy. And the big board comes with the wells. It's got the bead and ring size chart, and the rulers are in inches and centimeter. We have our travel board, because those of you that know that this is like, you've got to have this if you make any kind of jewelry with stringy material, because the best techniques, the knots, workmanship is exceptional. And this honestly is a professional grade tool. Lots of people who make jewelry and sell it, they tell me that this is like the board. You can think of it as like a sewing machine. I mean, you buy a sewing machine, but that doesn't mean that everyone's like clothes or whatever they make looks exactly the same, because everyone has their own style, and they put their own like personal touches on things. So don't think that if you buy this board that everything you make is going to look like everybody else's, because that's totally not the case. And anything you make, yes, you can sell it. I'm okay with that. And it comes with an instructional DVD and an ebook, but everything, there are lots of lessons online. I keep an archive of all the JTV extra shows. So if you missed, excuse me, I got a cough. I don't know what it is. And so if you go on my website, you could like find all the past shows. But really awesome tool. You get like the clips, the needles, the flip bobbins. Those are really handy when you're working on really like long pieces where you need to have your cord wrapped up. But I love this tool. I use it every single day. I mean, one way or the other, I use mine like all the time. It's just like it's really a lot of fun. It makes jewelry like just making just so effortless, and you got to have one. And the last tool, the last product is the multicolor 2mm wax cord set. And what a bundle of joy. Check this out. It's 2 millimeters thick, 70 meters total. So that means, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about 10 meters, 10 yards per spool. It's really nice and thick, and that's what I use to make this, which I'll tell you what this is in just a second. But I like it because it's synthetic. You can melt it. I mean, if you want to put glue, you can. But if you make your melt spots just right, it's just like awesome and perfect. Anyway, those are all the products on today's show. We do not have a customer slideshow because for the first time in the history of me doing my show, no one sent anything in. So guys, I want to see what you're working on. I'm very, very curious. So next week, hopefully our customer show will resume. Anyway, we're going to get to the the project here. Okay. So what I used, this is it's a bamboo yarn, and I ended up using four strands, but what I did was, I don't know why I'm coughing. Hang on, let me get a drink of water. All right. And what you need to do is like, see, I measured out, I mean, 11 yards, you're like, oh, that's a lot. But yeah, the 11 yards will make the necklace and 2 bracelets. So if you decide to make a necklace and a couple of bracelets, but I think I just decided to go for the necklace, and I measured out 9 yards, and then like folded it here. I'll do like a little example because there's no way I could put like 9 yards of like cord here. So let's see. Let's go with like 9. Let's pretend this is 9, 9, 9, and 9. Let me get my scissors. I'll show you like how I like folded it. So and I literally had to go like halfway across the room. So I hooked it like this, and then I came in and folded it in half, in half again, and then I put the leadered needle here. So this is that's the cord. Just imagine this is yarn. I'm just showing you how I folded the yarn to get the leadered needle on this end. And if you don't know what that is, what I love to do is I use a fishing line with a needle to help like string beads on, because you would not believe the difference this makes. Like cord that you think there's no way it's ever going to go on, just try a leadered needle and it will. And what I do, and I'll show you, I made a bunch of them last night because I was running low, but this is what I do. This is like the tip of tips. This is my #1. I mean, like aside from, anything dealing with the board, my leadered needle tip is like my #1 tip for like, it just makes such a huge difference. I have a magnet and I just make a bunch of them. Do not knot them on the bottom, just like, so when I need one, I just come over here, just pull it out just like this, and boom. And I make them 20 inches long because I like to reuse them. So that way, when I'm done with one, I can just cut the knot off and then put it back on my little magnet there. But the best tip that I have for you, because that's how you get, the cord on. But one thing, when you're doing the knotting, so you start at the end, and I did halfway, through because I didn't want to run out of space. And it's, okay, yes, these beads are different. This necklace like fit just the way I wanted it to. My goal was I wanted it to go over my head, which it does. And I wanted to be able to, I can't double it, but you can kind of sort of like double it if you come in here just like this, and you like, ignore this necklace. So that's why I made this thing, which I'll show you like how to make it. So what you do is you find that one spot that you think, this is going to be perfect for, and you just you just could connect this in here like that. And then you find that's one spot is one after right here. And let me put it on and you'll see just how perfect it is. Hang on. Okay. Okay, so that's what let me get, this one is a little bit distracting, but you can see how now it's like perfectly doubled because of the just a small attachment, really simple. And normally, I mean, you guys are familiar that I make like you can make an adjustable like uh, extender for something like this, but I just wanted something quick, easy, and simple because I already knew like what length I wanted. So, you know, I thought I'm not going to do any more work than I have to get the, hang on, let me get it off now. Hang on. Oops. Because I need to keep talking about this. So the important thing, let's say you decide you don't want to use these beads, you want to use a different bead, you want, you want spacing closer, you want spacing farther. The important thing, okay, the total length here is like, okay, so it's right, you can see that right at 15. So that means that it's 30 inches, like all the way around. So if you want to get that look where you can double it, it's just right. You just come in and measure this part right here. So this is 10 inches. So regardless of how you do this, you need this one part with the beads to be 10 inches long. And so when I switched over to these beads, you know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think, you know, I needed more because the beads are, see that there, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because the beads are smaller, you know, I needed, you know, one more bead to make that 10 inches. So once I got to the 10 inches, you know, now I'm going to add the pearls. So let me take these off because I put on a little more than I needed to. And another thing that I added was these, and you could add anything, like just to give it like a little extra like sparkle, some like spacer donut beads I put on the sides. So let me get the pearls on. So I'm going to string on a donut. And this necklace is it's pretty fast to make. Let me get these out of the way. So then you string on 1, 2, 1, 2 pearl. And if you know, you can use oh my goodness, a Facebook page. Guys, you know what? I'm so Facebook illiterate. One of these days, I got no, Christy, this is this bamboo? But you know what? You can experiment with cotton. I've been in a very experimental mood lately. You know, because I've been experimenting with waxed Irish linen, just a bunch of different, like, different stuff. Because you can use any kind of stringing material for you know, these projects. And I think on my Instagram post, if you check it out, I have the exact like the label of what I use because I cannot find it. Let's see. Let me see how many pearls I put on here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let me put one more. So 2, 2, and 1. Yeah, you know, the interesting, this is like so like crazy. The when you're making like jewelry, you can make 3 necklaces, 5 necklaces, each using a different kind of stringing material. And they'll each have like a completely different vibe. I mean, completely different. It's so weird. I don't know how that works, but it's crazy. Okay, so when I did this is crazy. You think, oh, like if you had to guess, like what's the spacing here? I mean, you think maybe like an inch or so, but it's not. It's half an inch. It's just that when you have you know, you have the knots in there, the spacing looks like it's more. No, I do not sell bamboo. I just like a friend of mine, Tammy, she gave me just a box of like the really cool threads, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna try different things. And so I just decided to try you know, using like bamboo. But the neat thing about it is it's very supple. It's just like it's so supple. Hey, Tess, Susanna, Michael. Oh my goodness, Christy. Let's see, we got a full house. Tess, Ella. I want to thank you all for joining the show. Let's see, we have Susan. Oh my gosh, Michelle. Oh my God, Shelly, Norma, Joan. Oh, you guys, yay. Thank you for joining the show. It really means a lot to me. That means I stay on the air. Okay, when I evenly space these, I did things a little bit different because since you're dealing with so many strands, this is how I did it. So make sure your clip and your peg are like nice and straight. What I did was I clipped this in, see that? And I don't put the cord on this side because see how it kind of makes it go like that direction, and this one, it keeps it nice and it's like straight. So what I did here was I put a clip in right there to keep it like as straight as possible. And those of you that are familiar with the way I do my knotting, I do that backwards technique where I come in, let me see if I can make this fit. I'm going to pretend like that's a bead. So I flip it. Hang on, let me scoot this. I flip it like that, and then I just flip everything over. Did I do that right? Oh, yeah. Why does it seem so short? Well, I mean, I'm doing it right, but it just seems weird. I guess I've been doing too much knotting, and it just feels like foreign right now. So I have it, see how I have it like right up to the clip. So you come in backwards like that. And you could put a knotting awl if you want, but but one thing that's really important, you have to look at your knot to make sure that all of the strings have been like evenly tightened, because sometimes you'll find that one that's kind of like sticking out more than the other. So what you do is you just come in and just like gently like snug the rest of the you know, knots down like that. And then I just leave, you can take the clip off if you want. Then I slide the next group down just like that, and I just keep knotting. And doing the backwards knotting, honestly, guys, is like the fastest way to like do this. I know a lot of you guys say that you're so used to using the tweezer method, which I completely understand because I tried the tweezer method, and you know, once you like get into like a method that works for you, but this is just so fast. And then so what I do is I just like make sure they're all snug down, and then I repeat the steps. So when I come in to make the spacer, I put this in here, put this here, and then I clip it. So I come in here and clip right there, and then I make my next knot, and it comes out so perfect. Look at that. I mean, if you just like want to check how perfect your spacing is, all you got to do is just like fold it over and just check it out. It's just so nice. And once you get started, it's just so quick and easy. So let me do this one. So I'm just gonna pick up the pace and just pretend like I'm just doing it like in real time. Ella, I don't even know about my own community. I do not moderate it, so I don't know like what's happening there. So I'm just gonna snug all these down. It's always a good idea to snug them down because you know, that way you know that it's as tight as it can be. And then I'm gonna come in here and just repeat the steps. I mean, if you're working with like just a single strand, you don't have to do this. It's only because there are so many strands. And I've worked, oh my gosh, I've knotted like some really like crazy numbers of like strings. Maybe, I think the most I've ever done was like maybe up to like 8, and really notching down the every single thread is like really important. With this one, I consider this delicate. Oh, did I forget to put the bead? Oh, I did. Or did I? I did something wrong. You know what, guys? I did something wrong. Oh, okay. Let's fix it, because this is good. Because in case you don't know how to like undo a knot. Okay, I'm going to show you. Let's see if I can get this. Can you see? You know what? Let me lower this because this is really important because sometimes you got to undo a knot. I'm going to show you just like the spot where you need to like untie it. Okay, so you look at your knot. Let me see if I could increase the exposure. Boom. Okay. See, so right there where you want to grab is right there where this part goes into the knot. And then that is, you just want to grab that because that is what is going to like get the knot undone. Let's see how we're doing. So let's end it right there. Yeah, regardless of like what knot is, that is where right in there. Guaranteed every single time to like undo your, yeah, okay, I gotta undo this one too because I messed up. So right there. And you can, if it's like really, really, really tiny, you can like use a pair of tweezers, but I'm just gonna be very patient because this is like multi-strand yarn. Okay, we're getting there. I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna pretend like I'm like doing surgery. Right there, perfect. Okay, so now you guys know how to untie the knot. Okay, perfect. So let me zoom back out. And did you guys know that? Did you? Maybe I'm teaching you something you already knew, but just in case you didn't, that is the that's the trick. Okay, so okay, something is wrong here. Well, that knot kind of went nuts, but you know what? Let's just ignore it and move on because I don't want to run out of time. So just pretend like that one's there. And I don't have any tricks. If you forget to put a knot, then you could put like an ornamental, like maybe like a macrame in there just to cover up the fact that you messed up. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to know what like each of the shows are going to be about, you could sign up for my newsletter. I send out an email like every like Monday or Tuesday just to let you guys know what's going to be on the show. So, okay. Okay, let's put this here and clip. And let's do it. Oop. All right. You know what? I'm just going to like go with the flow and get it done in like how I do it in real time. So that way I can show you how I finished it and like how to make the tassel. God, could you believe it's not that long until Christmas. And I'm really excited. Check in. Don't miss the show next week, guys, because it's going to be like crazy. Because for next week's show, I challenged myself to. Oh my goodness! On next week's show, there's going to be a set of 16 strands of beads. 16, 16. I have challenged myself to make something with every single strand for next week's show. So imagine that 16 strands of beads. And I am almost finished with that. So I've made like, it's because what I want to show you guys is like what you can do with 16 strands of beads, and they're such a good deal, but I'm not going to like tell you what they are until next Thursday. You'll be astounded, like everything that I made. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it myself. And plus it was fun, I really enjoyed the challenge. I mean, I've got like everything from like bracelets, necklaces, just everything. A couple of the necklaces bracelets I actually made for my challenge for next week's show. It was like I actually made a couple of the bracelets with bamboo, and they came out really nice. So let me do this one. How are we doing on time? Okay, it's 10:30. Let's see. I don't know that I will have time to do this whole thing, but you know what? Let me just I'll just go fast. And you know what? I'm not gonna I'm gonna eyeball it just so I can finish faster. Whoop. Have you guys like started planning your Christmas gift giving? I mean, because it's just before you know it, Christmas will be here. Oh, and another thing I want to know is like, what are you guys going to dress up for Halloween? I want to know what like costumes you guys are going to be wearing. So let me you know what? Let's I don't want to do that. Okay, and let me just string on some of these other beads because I don't think I'll be able to get the full effect of what I want to show you if I don't at least have some of these guys on. And these are the earth tone jasper. They're so pretty. Yeah, you know what? Last year for a Halloween, I was a gorilla, and even though I liked the idea of being a gorilla, the mask was just horrible. I couldn't see, but I liked being a gorilla. So what are you guys going to be? Any plans yet? Because it's just around the corner. I'm going to look in the comments. I want to see what you guys are going to dress up as. Whoa, oh my goodness. Oh, what? Oh, who's going to be? Oh, Cleopatra. Oh, I bet that's going to be cool. Oh, Susan. Oh, I'm sure that's not true. She says she's scary enough that she doesn't need oh my God, it's so funny. Shelly's not dressing up this year. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be. I don't know. Remember, let's see, what did you do as a girl? You know what I did? You're not going to believe this. I went trick-or-treating. Yes, I did. My sister and I, we decided that why not? She was in town, and what else? There was something else I did as a gorilla. I think no, that was it. We decided to go trick-or-treating. It's kind of fun, but yeah, that's what we did. It was interesting. Because, why not? I mean, why not go trick-or-treating? It was, I mean, honestly, it's not as fun when you're to go trick-or-treating as an adult. But yeah, our neighborhood, they've got some crazy, like, I don't know, some crazy, like, things going on. They always have, like people have, like, haunted houses. But, honestly, the best Halloweens I remember were in Brownsville, Texas. Because the street that my mom lived on, oh my goodness, every house, they were serving food and tacos and, ice cream. I mean, it was like a street fair, but like the food was free. It was so much fun. And I mean, that was the most festive bunch of like people ever. Yeah. Well, that's one thing I could say about Brownsville, Texas. I mean, they've got, those people know how to have a good time for sure. They know how to party. I mean, they take something as simple as like Halloween, and they just make a complete, like I said, it was like a free street fair. You can get your tacos, your burritos. No one comes to because we live up on a hill. Nobody. We've been here for like almost 25 years, and I think the entire time we've been here, we've had trick-or-treaters maybe like twice. I mean, we buy the candy every year just in case. But one lucky trick-or-treater always gets like a big, gigantic bowl of candy. So then I'm going to put my spacer, and then I'm just going to keep going. Cleopatra. Oh, that sounds like fun. You know, I think I'm doing good on time. I'm gonna go full like whoop and like get this done. But remember, I'm not doing it, but do this. You have to like make sure and like snug each of these down because I'm not doing it because I don't want to run out of time. Okay. A zebra. A Zora. Oh, I'm reading the comments, so I was gonna say, whoa, a zebra. Oh, that's so funny. You know, let's see, what if I've always wanted to be, but I've never been? I've always wanted to be, I don't know why, like Canary Mary from the Nintendo, Donkey Kong. Is it Donkey Kong? Yeah. But no, aside from like doing like just the Halloween thing, one of these years, for whatever reason, I will go to, what is it called? That anime LA where everyone dresses up in cosplay. I've always wanted to be Canary Mary. Because, I don't know, it just sounds like fun. I want to be Canary Mary. Make the beak, the shoes, like everything. I think I can do it with the help of my daughter, who is both of my kids, guys. They are like incredible costume designers because they did a lot of cosplay. I mean, they don't do it anymore because you know cosplay is not cheap. I mean, it's expensive. I mean, making those costumes, I remember crazy stuff you got to do to get the right look. But they very talented kids. They didn't get that part from me because I know that was I like Donkey Kong. I think that's the only video game that I ever played. I played Donkey Kong, and the other one that I played, which I was disgusted with, was what was the name of that one with the little farm people where you have to build a farm and then you get judged. Oh my gosh, Animal Crossing? Was that it? I think that was it. Where you have to like start a little farm and pick vegetables and get a wife and all that stuff because you have to impress your uncle. I think it was called Animal Crossing, but it was the Nintendo version. And have any of you played that? Oh, Pac-Man is fun. Oh, you know, I went to like, I don't know, Dave and Buster's, and they had a huge, gigantic, like Pac-Man. It was like a wall size. That was fun. The let's see, let's get this one. Oh, yeah, I like Pac-Man. But the if any of you know what Animal Crossing is, I really got into that. I made my farm. I made everything. I wanted to play the perfect game. And on the very last day of like the game, I did something stupid, and all my animals like died. It was so depressing because my uncle, I mean, there was like, I think like 40 funerals back to back because I forgot to put my animals in the barn, and then there was a typhoon that hit, and there went the chickens and the cows and what else? What other animals were there? Chickens, cows. I don't think there were sheep, but my uncle was very disappointed in me. So needless to say, I never played it again. It was like too depressing. Okay, let's see if I got them even on both sides. And let's see, 1, 2. Okay, I need like 2 more. I think I got the time to do it because I don't want to Oh, you know what? Am I running out of my beads? Oh no. One. Okay. Two. And this. And then one more. I mean, normally I don't spend this much time. Oh, look, they're stuck together. Ugh. Let's see. What's the trick? Let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna try this thing. I don't know what this is. Uh, oh my gosh. I gotta get them apart. Oh, I did it. Yay. That's like a leather punch, guys. I mean, whatever works. Um, whatever works. Okay, one more. All right. Okay. On. Whoops. Let's stretch everything out. Make sure your cord's stretched out because you don't want it to get it bunched up. Oh, why is it not going on? Oh, oh, there it goes. Just kind of back it up like this, get it nice and straight, and then let's keep going. 9 yards, yeah, that's what I'm like experimenting right now, and yes, because the first time I made it, I had a lot left over, so I was able to make a couple of bracelets. So 9 yards, folded, folded, and folded. Like it sounds like a lot at first. It sounds like unmanageable, but after you like fold it a couple of times, it shrinks very quickly. So let me get this one. This one. Oh, 20 minutes. Thank you so much, Pat. Okay. Andale. Let's do this. And over here. Oh my gosh. Oh. I think I should have made more of the necklace than I did. Is that, let me see, is that right? I don't want to mess up. Oh, did I get that? Yeah. Okay, done. We're done. Okay, so let me take this, guys, off. I don't know why I ended up putting more than I needed. Okay, so let's get these put away. Okay, the next thing I did was I made a tassel, and this is fantastic because, let's see, how much, this is 9. So what you do for the tassel, I put my pin in my clip. I put it, I mean, the clip's 9 inches apart, and I put this here, and then I got my thread. And I think I've showed this before where you can, like, if you have like 2 spools, let me see if I have another spool of this here. I don't. No, that's not going to match, but let's do it anyway. Because if you have like several spools of like a specific thread that you want to make your tassels with, it just makes the wrapping process a lot faster. So you can just put both of your spools on here. I've done up to like, because the thing is, if you use one spool, you got to wrap and wrap and wrap, and it takes a long time. But if you use 2 spools, it divides the time in half. If you use like 4 spools, it's like, boom, super fast. So I'm gonna use 2 spools here, different colors, and I'm just going to put a knot right there and clip it. All right. Let me put this here. And I'm gonna wrap. Boom. Do you guys make tassels? And, one of these days, I'm going to show you the a thing that I did, how to make pom-poms. This thing keeps getting stuck. What is that? Why is there like a knot in? I don't know. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to keep going. But the a couple of weeks ago, I needed some pom-pom. Let me put this one over here. Maybe that'll keep them from getting all tangled on each other. But I made these really cool. See, I put this notch in here. That's why it keeps getting stuck. You know, let me flip this over because I put a notch in there so that I could like lock it in, and it keeps getting stuck on the. Okay, there we go. Maybe that'll work. So you can make your tassel as thin or as thick as you want. I think that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna clip this here or any which way, and then this one is 9 inches. So I'm gonna find the 4.5 inch mark. So I know that right there is the 4.5, and I'm going to just take a thread here. Whoops! What dropped? Uh-oh! Did I drop something important? Oh well, I don't know. And I'm just gonna like tie an overhand knot just to let me know that that is the center. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my ring and I'm gonna gently hold this. I'm gonna pop this up, and put the ring in. Let me clip this right there. I'm gonna get all these ends in. Kind of bundle them, put them into the ring, and then that little, that little center part. If you kind of like mess up, you could just always just look at it, look at the ends like that, and see if they're straight. But I always like trim the ends of mine anyway, so I'm just gonna come in here and just kind of like comb that down, just to get everything nice and straight. And then I'm gonna come in here, flip this here. I'm gonna get a clip, make sure all these are nice and straight. So this thing is I mean, you can make really, if you're into the really long tassels, and you can make really long tassels or short ones, pom-poms. I'm going to put another clip right in there. And this part's really cool. This is really interesting. I mean, because it is like a macrame, but it holds really well. Let me here. And if you do it just like this, you'll see this. It really like cinches it down. So you come in here, watch this. This is crazy. I'm always like mesmerized because when you do the first one, you know, you kind of go like this, and it's kind of like an overhand knot. And then when you tighten it, see that? See it pops apart. It just comes right apart. But when you do the bottom one, watch how it just completely cinches and it just tightens down. See that? And it just stays. So what I do is I just do a few of these. I go top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. And it just, one of the, this is my favorite knot to use when I'm using lots of strands, like the macrame binding knot, because it really holds. And what this, and when I do the macrame, like the top part, I always use like the wax jewelry cord in the 0.5. If you only have 0.9, you could split it, but hands down the best like cord for making for tightening. And this also works like at the ends of necklaces and bracelets. I mean, it's just like fantastic. It just like really holds. And let me where's my my thread zapper. Oh, I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I would recommend using do not use a lighter like I'm gonna do now, because it's not gonna work. Let me see if I could reach it, guys, because I am so oh no. I can't, but that's okay. I'm gonna use a lighter because I want it to look right. So let's cut this, that. Okay. These are always fun. And I think, you know what? I think I'm going to try it. I've always had this idea that I think might be cool, but I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to try my cool idea. Let's see if it works. I've always had this thing that I wanted to take. Let me see if I have one here. Okay, this might be overkill, but I've got some smaller ones, but I have them like over there. But let's just see if it works. I'm not saying that it will, but I've always thought to get a really clean cut at the end of your tassel. What if we like tried binding it with a zip tie? I'm just going to try it. Let's just give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it works. Because, you know, sometimes it's kind of hard to get that really clean cut. And honestly, the only reason I'm trying this because I saw a video where someone trimmed their hair. They just grabbed all their hair, and I don't know what they put on it, but like a zip tie or something, and then they just cut it, and it came out perfectly straight. And I tried it on my hair, and it worked. So I thought if it works for my hair, it's got to work for a tassel. So we're gonna try it. Okay, let's tighten it. Oh, I don't know about this. Let's scoot this down. Guys, you know what? I don't know about this. How do you cut it? Oh well, I'm just gonna try it. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. I think this is not a good idea. Let's try. Let's see how it turned out. Huh. What do you think? That's not actually, that looks pretty. This looks way better than what I could do by hand. Like this is an approved technique of mine. Okay, let's do it. From now on, put something. Uh-oh, wait a minute. That one's easy to fix. Let's just trim that one off. But I think maybe my my zip tie was like too big. Let me just trim that one little thing off. Perfect. Okay, we used to tape. You know what? Oh, tape them. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got 8 minutes left. So then the next thing I do is I come in here. Just let me trim this. Let's line these up. I'm going to fold this and put it in like that and line them up. This part could be a little bit tricky, but just like look at the beads and just kind of like line them up and just kind of pull. And then I'm going to clip these over here and then recheck it. Yeah, that looks good. And I'm going to put this in here. So it's okay, let me. So what I did was I made the tassel like first, only so that way I could come in here and like, let's see, let me measure right there. So I'm gonna use the tassel. I'm gonna hold. What am I trying to say? Let me slow down. I'm gonna use the tassel threads to hold this part of the necklace so that I can come in here and do a macrame binding knot. So let me, I think I want it a little bit shorter, so I'm going to scoot this down a little bit, and I think that's good. So I'm going to come in. Oh, you know what? I should have scooted it down. Let's do that because we need an extra. You know what? I'm just going to clip it I'll just clip it in here. I don't want to take it off. What do I do? Okay, let's see. What do we do? Oh, you know what? I'll put a clip right over here. Because sometimes you get that perfect like spot and then you don't want to have to take it off. So I think we can, yeah, we can make that work. So let me flip this over. Get this stuff. I always get about 16 inches. And let me scoot this in right there. So now I'm going to do a macrame binding knot like right. Let me get this out right on the top there. And you can get creative. Like I've seen some of you guys, like you put like beads on the outside. So there's a top and a bottom. And you got to do this really, really tight, guys, like really tight. And then top and bottom. I have a time to show you the how to make that other part. See, so we got 5 minutes. I think I can do it. Okay. So I'm going to do that real tight, tight, tight. I come in and trim, and use this. My batteries are dead on this thing. I don't know why, but I'm going to use a lighter here to melt these. Move this back over. And let's do this side and trim the excess off. Okay. So there we have this. And let's say you want to wear it like I showed, like you want to wear it kind of like this. The what I did here, I hope I remember how to make it, because last night I tried a bunch of different like ones. Okay, this is what I did. Let's see if I could remember. Okay, so I put a post right here, and I put one about, I think about 2 inches, because I really didn't need that much. But there were 2 different versions of this that I made. One of them, let's see if I can grab it over here. One of these is where you could put one on each side of the necklace and then clasp it. Or you can just use one. And this is how I did it. I'm going to have to like cut this clasp off. Okay. So I'm using the cord that's on today's show, which is really like awesome for this. Okay. So I remember I did that. I went like this. And then I went like, I did like 8 inches over. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh my gosh. You know, I took a video of myself making it, and I'm like, I'm going to forget how to do this anyway. So, see, I already lost my clasp. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I've got this little thing right here. You put your clasp on. I measured about over 7 inches, which I probably maybe did it too short, but we're going to find out. So I put the clasp in there, and then I took a, whoa, wait a minute, this didn't like clip in. Okay, let's do it again. So like this, over, and then clip it again. And then you put your clasp through, and then we are going to make a moose knot right here. So 1. So this is like a basically like an extender for your necklace. So I just kind of wrapped it, and then I'm going to try to get this cord through that loop. You know, honestly, I think this is the same technique I use for making this is my leather and pearl earring lesson. This is what I do actually. You know, it's so funny how you could take one. So you want to like really tighten really, really well. And then when you slide it up, when you're pulling one side, make sure you're pulling the right one, because this one's going to slip out. If you see, if I pull that side, see how it slips out. But the way you keep it from slipping out is that you make a nice, juicy, like ball. This just kind of, don't touch that. It's going to burn your finger. You want to like tap it down. See that? It's nice and flat. And then when you pull it, it kind of locks it in. And then on this side, you kind of do the same thing. Oh my goodness. I'm almost out of time. Uh-oh. But that's all right. I think I'll finish. Let's do this one. You're going to do the same thing where you just melt it all the way down. And basically what this you can make them as long or as short as you want. And you just hook it to your necklace. Where did my necklace go? So you do kind of like a half hitch, just like this. And then you can like shorten it like that. And you kind of make like a two-tiered necklace. Real simple. And you could do the ones with the double one. Just think about this. You could make one with a clasp on one side and a ring on the other, or chain. I mean, you could make it like adjustable, and it works. It worked out beautifully because of this necklace. I was able to like wear it like doubled, and I thought it just looked so pretty because you could see the the pearls that are in the back. Anyway, my time is up. That was like a packed show. I mean, we covered a lot. I hope you learned something. Check out next week's show, and it's going to be really cool because, like I said, I did the 16 strand of bead challenge where I took all the 16 strands and I made like jewelry with every single strand. Don't forget to check your Brilliant Cash if it's your birth month. Oh, it's October, so those of you that have birthdays in October, check your Brilliant Cash. And if you are a first-time customer, you do get $40 in Brilliant Cash. Anyway, I gotta go. My time is up. I don't want to like get into the next person's show. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next Thursday. Bye. And don't forget, if you make anything, send it in because I'll be waiting. Okay, bye.